Benjamin, we're going for some Cornish Jack here at the Congo. Let's hope. Let's hope anyway. Uh, here we go. You can't do this comp. You're stuck on Solange 49. You'll get there, man. You will get there. Just gotta keep grinding. You know, Benjamin, back in the day when I was leveling up, we didn't have Solange, but I did figure out I could to get a break from the old Cali Sturgeon grinds, kind of where we were stuck back in the day. I used to rotate between that and the Asp at Ectuba. But yeah, be thankful that you got Solange, bro, because we didn't have those taming. Yeah, I know. No, I don't know if you watched the video I put up yesterday. I wish they'd look at it. It's such a great game, and the comps can be so fun. It's just I hate when it feels like it's predetermined or something weird like that. I don't know what it is. There's something weird about the computer's programming on it. But all you can do is try to have fun with it. Attempt anyway. I better get a bite over here this time. I'll be trying to go off of my own lobby myself. I want to sit and get tortured all day again. Oh, Grizzly's in here. We gonna get a bite? Is this a slow peak? I only see one unique up there. Starting to wonder if this ain't a slow peak or something. What is going on? Yeah, that's the tough thing too, because your gear is so small, isn't it? Your gear is kind of undersized for those unitainment, even if you do get them. I get it, man. Hey, Jer, how you doing, buddy? Benjamin, I put if you look on my farming lake section, I put up a deal. You can farm those the asp at Ectuba. It sounds dumb, but it's actually really fun. Top water, if they're not biting on top water, you can get them on spoons and stuff on the bottom, um, and they're fairly easy to bring in. You can just focus on night peaks, but you can get sometimes, two unique per spot and several trophy. But you'd be surprised how much easier that'd be in for you to reel them in. Just fish some night peaks. How you doing, Jared? Good luck. Are you at work today? Oh yeah, you are at work. I forgot your weekends are Monday and Tuesday. Me and Grizzly's hoping to have a good run in this one, but starting out slow. This might be a slow peak. I'm guessing 4 minutes in, I ain't had a damn bite. Oh, you gonna try it on a remote? I brought 5 rods this time, Jer. I normally only bring 4. I should probably put the smaller Griffin on this so I could just shred my reel. Might end up doing that. I mean, it's an option, Benjamin, but like I said, those, holy cow, there goes my RNG. 19-pound trophy. What the hell is that? But yeah, those asp will add up more than you think, man. Oh, you brought one large minute old bucks yesterday? I bet that ended up pretty good. Well, you know what? Sometimes I'll play in the old bucks no, and I don't get a bite anyway, so I don't think it'd matter how many minnows I brought with me. You ever played in the old bucks and you don't even get a bite? Yeah, Jared. Well, Benjamin's only level 49, so it's hard. It's hard for him. He don't have the gear to bring in them Unitamen. They kind of fight. Holy cow, man! Is this really the way it's gonna go? I got a bite within 2 minutes. Was probably gonna have a good run. What is going on over here again? I'm gonna waste some more time driving back and forth over this spot. I need this spot to get my uni out of so I can get it on a respawn, but I'm gonna run out of time. And that's not... That's definitely not him. Man, I'm just getting dumped on already. What the hell is this? What? Oh, I gotta put on 10 O's now? 12 and 13 pounders, huh? Oh, this game's just invents new ways to torture me on a daily basis. Hey, Mia, what's up, buddy? Is that the uni spawning in? Spawn me a uni, so I can get the hell out of here. Boy, they ain't even gonna give me a respawn now. Caught something and took you over. What is up with this bite? This is literally so dumb anymore. Why do I even bother? I know exactly how to do this one. 59 pounds in 11 minutes at the tip-top peak. Yes, sir. I'm not busy, Benjamin, so for sure ask questions. Not like I'm catching fish over here, bro. Fire away, man. What do you got for me? Say you're at max level. Yep. You're at max level and you're using. Uh, Here's the weird part. Just a kind of a short answer for you is I would say you're not worrying about XP anymore. So here's the weird difference that I've found in the game. To do better, let's say we'll just put it this way, like a bait competition like this one, I used to try using the high end or the end gears, the Mackenzie. What'll happen is, well, other than this run right here, normally you can get uniques and trophies a lot better if you match up your gear accordingly. In other words, you don't want to overmatch your gear on bait comps for the most part. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, like right now, I'm using, basically like a 44 pound setup to catch these Cornish jack. It did seem like if you try using Mackenzie in this, you don't get the uniques as often. Now, on lure competitions, it's different. So, like, you might be using like a Zeus and a 46 pound setup to catch a 10-pound bass, let's say at the Everglades, if that makes sense. It doesn't seem to affect it on lure competitions. I think most players would agree with that. But bait competitions, for example, if you're going for the Raku at the Amazon, you would want the little Creek Pros. So in other words, you want a really tiny setup. Come on, Fishing Planet. I'm not even getting a damn bite. What is going on again? Must not have liked the video I put up yesterday. Good morning, Sam. And I mean, everybody's catching them. Not a very good start, Sam. About as slow as it can get. Better start picking up. Are you serious? This better be something better. Jeez, man. Yes. Yep. On bait comps for sure. Definitely on bait comps. Not as much on your lure comps. In other words, even like on muskie and stuff, you'll see people using Nile chasers and Tropicanas depending on what the specs are for the actual comp. But even like on muskie and things like that, you'll see people using Nile chasers and Tropicanas instead of like a Zeus. That would be a more even matchup. Same thing, even like on the Lucky Spot comp that's later on today, you'll see people using a Zeus on it. You're gonna try the extravaganza, you might as well. Just hope for some good RNG. I'm getting dumped on already. I'm on my second spot and they haven't even given me a unique yet. I've got 2 trophies in 17 minutes. This is ridiculous. I'm about to change servers, guys. I don't even know what else to do. I know how to do this damn comp. This is annoying. So sick of the predetermined luck. Exactly what I'm talking about here, Fishing Planet. Dumb. Yeah, you're better off in that one using a Nero, bro. A Nero or something small. Nero or even a Phoenix. Yeah, I wouldn't go that big, like a Brutus or something crazy. Sam, it's hard to explain, man. You'd have to, you'd have to Sam, use that same, hold on a second, Sam. Sam, you had a good run on my Sturgeon in the Dark rotation, right? Use that same rotation for that, but you just want a spod for the spod, not for oversized carp. You're going to use like a 5.0 or a 6.0 still, and you're wanting to try to clone carp. If you can't clone carp in that, you will not have a chance to win it. In other words, you're not going to get by just with sturgeon. I mean, you'll score okay, but you're not going to get in the top 3 ever unless you know how to clone those carp. And this is the stupidest start I've ever had to this thing. They've literally penciled me in for maybe a 30th place in this. I can just tell. I think I'm the only guy in the room who hasn't had a unique yet. You're going to want to spot off the beach, Sam, to the close spot. You can do it after you do your... It's so much to explain. You'd have to watch the video on it, Sam. I mean, I can try to explain it to you now. You got 2 options. You could go to the island, do your sturgeon run, until you got about 44 to 45 minutes left. From there, you're going to have to go over to the beach, spot the short spot, 3/4 to full mix, 35 to 45 foot out at that first mark. Let it cycle out. You can get 2 or 3 sturgeon there on top of anywhere from as low as 1 carp, unique carp, up to as many as 8. Just kind of depends on what your RNG ends up being, how many you clone. Then cast to the long spots, get those 2 if you can. Get back over to the island around the 30-minute mark, and then come back and rinse and repeat the last 15 minutes or so. So it's a sequence thing to get you around that 1200 to 1600 to pedestal on it. It's brutal. Because otherwise you're gonna flatline. If you just do sturgeon and a few trophy carp, you're gonna flatline around 900 to 1,000. You'll never get to 12 to 1600, and it all depends on how it's gonna play out. But yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm literally just getting dumped on. I mean, what's a guy supposed to do at this point? This is pathetic. This is why people chronically reset themselves. I've got 2 trophies. Are you kidding me? I'm on spot 3. Yeah, it's 2 full sturgeon runs, man. You can start on the beach or the island. Put it this way, Sam. Every 15 minutes, you need to catch what you can either off the beach, but on the beach you want to spot for carp. On the island, you're going just for sturgeon. So yeah, 2 full laps. 2 on the island, 2 on the beach. You can just watch what I do and come in 15 minutes. But you can watch what I do and then just come in 20 minutes behind me if you want. It don't hurt my feelings. And you could make it your own and do however the hell you want. I pedestaled in it 4 times and won at 3, I think. But no guarantees today. And I can tell you, if it's anything like this nonsense right now, I don't have a snowball's chance in hell. I mean, I'm literally about to the point I'm just going to change languages or something. I don't know what's going on in my lobby for me. I'm not even getting bites. Oh, it don't bother me, Sam. That's why I do it. You still got to beat the computer, man. No matter how much knowledge I got right now, look at this. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm just literally, the computer's telling me they've already pre-programmed me where they want me to finish. I mean, I don't know what more example you can get is this right now. I'm on spot 3 and I don't even have a unique yet. And you need 8 to 10 uniques in this. So they've already pretty much predetermined where they want me to finish. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just annoying. I can see exactly what's happening. I've been through it too many times. If I didn't have friends in this lobby right now, I'd leave the lobby, but I don't want to mess their luck up. So I'll continue just to eat this crap sandwich they're dealing me. Grizzly's having one hell of a start, so I don't want to leave the server and mess it up for him. This is so pathetic right now. I should already have at least 3 uniques by now. You don't know how bad this programming is on this one for me. Oh man, still no uni. I'm about to fall asleep already. I mean, what do I... Oh, I know. No, it's just... I don't know why they do it. They just seems like they just predetermine what you're gonna do. It's just odd. No matter how much you practice something, no matter how good you are at it, they just... That's how it cycles out. Not saying you can't make some decisions that affect you, but obviously when I'm 30 minutes into this comp and I don't have one damn uni, that's bad, 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 bad fish dropping RNG. Can't really fish your way out of that. In other words, 30 minutes in and an hour 15-minute comp, I already know I have no chance. That's not fun. Especially when I was looking forward to this one. So I gotta wait for 3 months from now when they finally drop me some uniques, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of the top guys. They probably would have reset 7 minutes into this. Once they didn't have a unique from that first spot, they would have reset and tried to get in another lobby. Because they can already determine how the run's going to go probably within that first 7 minutes. But I'll fish it out like a good sport. Okay, fishing plan. I'm going off to, what spot is that? 3? Okay, I'll go to spot 4. Are you gonna give me fish at spot 4? Or no, I'll just go right here. It's more convenient. I'll even go out of my rotation. Looks like Cole Crowder's trying to reset. Can't say that I blame him. He's probably just dialed up the way I just got dialed up. Gotta be losers, boys. Today, I'm the loser for sure. I got a 17-pound average. Half the comp's almost over. I doubt it, Sam. I'll probably take that one. Even though I've taught so many people how to do that one, they'll still screw me over. The odd part about this run here is I've put up a whole guide and everything on that, and a lot of people message me and thank me for it on this one, and I can't even. They won't even. Fishing Planet don't even give me a decency to give me a damn uni. Great. Now I don't know which one's my uni. It's this one or that one on the left. Nope. Oh, is it a trophy? Yep. Well, I screwed up that. Please don't get off here. Of course it did. Oh, man. This game's on my last nerve right now, I can tell you that. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's up, Rainer? Oh, just getting absolutely smacked down by the RNG system here on Fishing Planet. Just enjoying the heck out of my morning. How you doing, buddy? Trying to fish through an otherwise dreadful competition right now. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, Dee Dee, how you doing, buddy? Good morning to you. Come on, Grizzly, you're gonna have to get some more. You need about, what's he need? 295-ish probably. Keeping the top three, maybe more. Yeah, this run is painful, boys. Another all-time low. Oh, man. Is that finally one? I guess look at the bright side. I got a unique available at all my spots. Downside is I ain't gonna have time to get 10 of them out, that's for sure. Man. What in the hell is going on back there? Did you see that? I think that's my uni back there bouncing around. Is he getting ready to hit this rod? What's going on? That that was a fish literally dropping in if you didn't notice that. I don't even think it's a uni. That was literally a fish dropping in back there. What in the hell? What's going on? Oh well, boys. Mom always said there'd be days like this. Gotta take the, gotta take the pain, fellas. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'll give about 2.5, 3 more minutes if this unique don't hit. That's insane, man. 45 minutes. 45 minutes till I get my first unique. This has never happened to me. And it's a 29 pounder, go figure. Well, guys, I can only go uphill after this run, let's hope. Hold on, I'm gonna clip this one too. Yeah. Well, it's just proves my point, man. It's sad but true. I'm just hoping for change, you know. Like I said, it's just another example of somebody knows how to do something and it's just the computer saying no. I just think they could do it a lot better way than this. It's one thing to get hit with small unis. It's another thing entirely just to say, oh no, you don't get no unis, road. But I'll be a good sport. But yeah, if I didn't have a couple friends in this lobby and somebody else was having a good run, I wouldn't want to. Because me and Grizzly talked about it last night, Jared, and we wonder sometimes if people leave and join your room, if it doesn't mess up your run as well. So with Grizzly doing so well, I definitely didn't want to change languages and mess up his run. But I can tell, you know, when I'm the only guy in the room not getting a damn uni when everybody else is catching them. Obviously something's wrong. $730 for extravaganza? Well, that's the thing. I'm afraid that he's probably going to need. I don't know the difference in the peaks here really, but I know he's going to need probably 295ish to pedestal. But he's had a good run no matter what. I know he practiced this the other day too. It's just odd now. All of a sudden they turn my uniques on, but I should expect it. It's just the way they throttle it. In other words, it is governed. Lag spike. Come on, Grizz, get another one, buddy. He needs like another 31 pounder probably. He's getting ready to get devoured. Because I would assume Bam's just getting ready to start his run. This is one of Bam's favorites. You got Nunez is probably going to be coming up the ranks here shortly if he's awake. Who else? There'll be several. Yep, there's Bam. Here they go. He's getting ready to get devoured. Getting ready to get devoured before our very eyes. Come on, Grizz. be there, at least be a big trophy. My trophies are all puny too, other than a couple of them. Okay, guys, now this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Do you see the difference in the first part of my run and the second part of my run? It was literal. I was literally nerfed. Hold on, I'm clipping that too. I can't help but to do it. I'm good grief, man. Exactly what I was talking about in that video yesterday. I could feel I was being nerfed from the start just by the bite. And now they've basically took the nerf off and I have to scamper around just to salvage my dignity. Oh, basic. I've just played in so many of these, Sam, that I can just tell. I was pretty much a nerf from the start. They wouldn't even give me a unique, and now I've just went from spot to spot getting uniques. In other words, I could tell that. In other words, if my bite was turned on from the start, I would be up there, right there with the leaders, battling in for contention. But basically, they didn't turn me on until just here in the last about 15 minutes. About like playing in the old Bucks when you don't get a bite until like the last 9 or 10 minutes. But the lake's a lot bigger and obviously the thing's smaller. But pretty much just like that. If you ever played in the old Bucks and you don't get a bite for half of it or more, and then all of a sudden you get a bite and you put up a decent score, that's the same exact thing, just bigger lake. Just basically went from, I think my first, let me see, first spot, no, second spot, no, third spot, no, fourth spot, no, fifth spot. So spots 5, 6, and 7, I got a unique. Basically like old Bucks, if that makes sense. You don't get a bite forever. There's only 2 spots, and then all of a sudden you start getting bites from both spots. Same thing. Okay, I appreciate it, Richard. You should see how this runs just went. It's total nerf, and then that they turned my bite on here the last 15 minutes. Spots 1 through 4, no unique. Now spot 4, it's possible I had the unique on, and I was trying to juggle. I'm pretty sure it was either unique or another trophy, but I couldn't sit there and hesitate. So I went to spot 5, spots 5, 6, and 7. I just got my uniques. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I was trying to tell the chat here. It's almost like when you're playing old Bucks, you know how you're going to doing it because you'll get bites right off the bat. Or you go into old Bucks and you don't get bites for 15, 18 minutes, and then it'll turn on right at the end. And that's kind of how your score ends up being determined. That's why I'm saying I don't know why they don't. It just would make more sense for the fishing community in general if you know what you're doing. Everybody gets your bites, and then from there, the random number generation should be and determined by the fish sizes. In other words, you might randomly in this thing get 28-pound unis when people are getting 31s. That would make more sense to do it. But yeah, yeah, I'm going to continue to play it. I'm just going to keep preaching to them, whether they take my advice or not. I'm just saying, from a business standpoint, I don't know why you would sit and do it like this. Why can't you just, once you learn the rotations and that sort of thing, it would make more sense that everybody catches their fish. Uh, but I'm starting to wonder too more of, a lot of people get accused of cheating. What if, for whatever reason, they always just get, they get the predetermined RNG for whatever reason? It's hard to say. But I mean, this is just another prime example of it. Ouch, Richard. Mine didn't go very well either yesterday. But I had fun with it. So I don't know if you looked at one of those comments, Richard. Read back. There's a comment on my channel, guys. A guy by the name of Tapagold. I can't know how to pronounce his name, but the first part of it's Tap. He left a long thing on it. He got 4 likes on it, but you'd have to read it to kind of understand it. But what he's thinking is, and he'd found it somewhere, is it's almost like they've predetermined, and he's been saying it for years too, but in other words, in this prime example of it, let's say they've already figured I'm only going to score 250 to 260 points. A way for them to do that, if it's predetermined like that, is obviously my first 4 spots I went to, it didn't matter what I did, I wasn't going to get the uniques. Now, spots for me, 5, 6, and 7, they all bit. In other words, I think it's a problem with their programming, in my opinion. As far as if you ever want to come in here and feel like the work that you put in is going to actually pay off. Your diversity's dead. Yep. You'll start noticing it more and more you're playing it. And like I said, I'm not going to sit and yell and cuss at Fishing Planet. I'm just asking them to look at it and see, is there a better way they could do it and evolve to something different other than, I've played in over 1,200 of them. Not to sit here and rant, but damn. You think Rodrigo's been putting stuff up on it. I don't like my intelligence being insulted, saying, well, it's hook size, it's this, it's that. No, we can tell what it is. There's just got to be a better way of doing it. See, I mean, how many... I got so many spots left, but it's not even going to matter. If you guys are following along with what just happened, you guys see me at the start of that. So if it's governed and the computer's already factored me in, or you, let's just say they factored you in that you're going to score an X amount. So for those first spots that I went to, that's why I was telling you, see, I should have already, you guys see me go from spot to spot now, getting the uniques. The very first part of that, you would have thought I never fished in it in my life. However, I have fished in this, and I should have had this, maybe 3 out of the 4 spots, I should have had at least 3 uniques. Maybe a spot that's slow, and then I got to decide to rotate or not. But instead, I just went through and caught common after common and a trophy. And then all of a sudden, I start catching them. Is the Congo the best DLC for leveling until 80? Yeah, I would. Look around on my playlist, man. I think I've said this, chat's probably sick of me saying it, but I probably made over 140 million at Congo alone. Look at my Congo, look at farming lakes on my playlist. Look at Congo DLC advice, not Congo DLC must watch. That's for bait. The lure option is a better option, in my opinion. You can just do a little 3 or 4 spot rotation over and over. Well, exactly, Richard. Yeah, it's governed, man. Well, that, and obviously I'm not going to have time to get enough of them in my net. So, I need probably 9 solid uniques in this, because you got to look at the average there. That's 10 uniques at 29.2, but the odds are there's several that's caught 31 pounders. So for them to, you see what I'm saying, Richard? Read that Taps comment on there. It's a really long one. He's got 4 likes on it, but read through that, Richard, and a lot of what he's saying makes sense too. So it's just basically the more you play in it, and somehow we don't know how the computer recognizes certain players, but obviously, uh, not to ruin the fun out of it, but I think it kind of does. Um, in my opinion, like I said, I keep saying it would make more sense if they set it up and revamped it to where let the fish sizes determine stuff and don't just turn tiles on and off. Yep. You see what I'm saying though? I mean, don't turn your guys' tiles on and off and say, "Hey, you don't get no unis now." And then all of a sudden you turn the unis on it. It's for me, as I sit here and examine it, I can tell exactly what's just happened. The first half of it was the way that they determined what my score was going to be just by a simple, default. I'm not going to catch the unique. So now I'm here with the last 10 minutes, and I went on an absolute tear the 15 minutes before this spot right here, but it's already going to determine what my outcome is. And instead of them recognizing that they could do something a little different and acknowledging all the people that email them constantly on this stuff, I don't even email them. It's all documented on my channel. I don't need to. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is they don't understand the fun factor and how much frustration it causes, and then the odds are too. There's probably people that are getting accused of cheating, and they're probably not cheating. They can't help it that they're programmed better luck. That's the part that I've been trying to scratch my head on. Don't mean that there's not people exploiting chronic reset and then figured out a way to get in a better lobby and get better RNG, but just there's two problems in my opinion. Number one, they need to revamp the actual RNG system, and that would help a lot. That would help a lot. Uh, and Fish and Planet's defense, or at least the lady that has to answer all these emails, I would feel really bad for her. She needs a raise because I can't. What's her name? Diana. I can't imagine the stuff that she probably has to sit and listen to. So she's probably so bored with it. If you put yourself in her shoes, that's probably why she's saying, well, you just need to practice more or whatever. She's probably got a company policy thing that she has to answer it in a specific way, more than likely. But like I said, if you watch Rodrigo's thing where he set in triple trout and only had 27 points, uh, wow. 27 points in triple trout. I mean, I don't mind losing. That's not even the point. It's just how you lose. Like right now, if I had 280 or whatever, that'd be just fine. But to basically say your first four spots, you're not getting any, and then we're going to turn your bite on for you. And it's like I said, this is a bigger version of all it is a bigger version of old bucks. Playing old bucks and tell me you don't go in there. There's two spots to fish. The only way they can determine the outcome in their head is you don't get a bite until whatever. So if they're determining winners, let's say the guy that's going to have the best chance is the guy that goes in there and gets a bite all the way through, if you're picturing what I'm saying. So the first 30 minutes, because you only got 30 minutes, if the very first cast he's got a bite within 1 or 2 minutes and he keeps a bite throughout the whole thing, obviously he's going to have a better chance of scoring. Now if you, the average Joe, go in there, unless you get just really lucky, you might sit there for 15, 20 minutes. And I know everybody, majority of people that's playing that know what I'm talking about. Don't matter what, if you try to use a barbless spoon, spinner, whatever you want to do, you're going to experience that. You might not get a bite for the first 10 minutes, 7 minutes. So thus being said, how are you going to score anymore? So in this one, it's a lot bigger of a map, a lot more spots to fish. So instead, even though I know how to do it, the first four spots were then nerfed, while my last five, I got 5 uniques now. So now I'm rotating back to my spots I started with, but I don't have no time to score, if that makes sense. And again, I don't really need anything in the game. There's a few lures that I haven't won or something yet, but I got everything I need in the game. It's just, as I sit here and evaluate it, as far as the enjoyment factor for those that are trying to participate in comps, I would say it's definitely going to be frustrating on a customer standpoint. So from a business standpoint, I would strongly encourage Fish and Planet to look at their RNG system on their comps. Free mode, the game's amazing. The comps need a lot of work. A lot of work. And now they've introduced the club series stuff, in the club league, which should be somewhat competitive in regards to the competitions, but if they're going to leave them to the side and not do anything with them, I'm scratching my head. Yep, did you read his comment on that, Richard? And you kind of see this one playing out. So if it's already scripted, yeah, and there's RNG in any game, guys. Like I'm saying, I've just too experienced in it now. At first, I was, a noob. My first 50, 60, 70 comps where, it's new, it's fresh, it's fun. And I'm not telling you guys not to play them. I'm just saying it's there's strength in numbers, and if you ever want change in anything, you want to go about it in a polite way. There's no sense of emailing them, and I'm not saying email them and cuss at them or that sort of thing. But if you find yourself playing in a competition where you just feel like you're not getting a fair shake, you know, everybody deserves an equal opportunity to win some of the stuff and have fun with it. And I think that's what they need to look at is what kind of enjoyment value is there when you can tell you're just literally being nerfed. Wouldn't you rather just catch the fish and then whatever sizes you get, that would make a better way of doing it. And that would actually be random numbers generated. For some reason on Fishing Planet, they tie in bite rates, even though they won't admit it. Hook set rates on Topwater Rodeo, whether the fish come up, they'll come up and bite, but they actually don't hook. They just come up and hit your lure. When you have a good run in that one, obviously, they'll come up, they'll actually come up and hit your lure and stick to your lure. They won't just come up and look like they're going to bite your lure. I've been studying that one for a while. It just it's mind-boggling to me because it's such a great game. 196. Yeah, Star, I know what you're saying. Like I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't expect to sit and win a bunch, but I just don't like knowing I can tell I'm being nerfed. Just let me catch my fish, because how enjoyable is it when you don't catch what you're supposed to be catching? That makes no sense. And then for whatever reason, you'll see a whole group of people that are always getting for the most part, the same luck. So that's disturbing. So in other words, what do you have to do as a player? If you work at something, you think that sometimes your stuff, your work will pay off, but unfortunately, it's more of the, like Starship said there, the luck of the draw than it is anything, and that's sad. In other words, I would rather get beat by the random fish sizes than them just say, okay, well, you don't get a bite until X amount. Whether, like, again, use the analogy, Old Bucks versus this one. Old Bucks, it's a smaller lake. You only got 2 spots to fish. You got 30 minutes. This one's an hour and 15 minutes. So instead of uh, getting nerfed, let's say, in that one, half of it, I got nerfed uh, a little under half. Well, that's why I was saying I don't know if they can rig the RNG. I think it's something more to do with they know some of them's figured out how to enter a lobby or register a certain time, or it's just the computer already predetermining their placement. Because my point is, even in the lucky comps like Long Asia on here, you'll start noticing the same group of people are winning it, which is supposed to be a lucky comp where you get a perfect weight match on a fish, and it keeps happening again and again. But GG's anyway. Well, yeah, that they do need that for sure. They need to upgrade that. But hell, they can't even keep cheaters out of Fortnite tournaments. And hell, that those things pay big money. They still can't keep cheaters out of Fortnite. So I think it's going to be hard for this game to ever have the. I mean, they have so many bugs in this game right now. They can't even fix that, let alone add the anti-cheat. But I would agree with you, Starship, wholeheartedly. Yeah, I've seen clips on some of that stuff too, Starship on that. But yeah, I don't think they can keep them out completely on any game. But this one in particular, that's a whole nother subject at hand. For me, I've been targeting lately is what is up with the RNG system. I don't get it. But guys, it's still a fun game. It's still a fun game. It could just be improved upon. Yeah, the free mode part of it's fun and relaxing. The costs on the other hand, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure they do, but it's probably like a Dollar General. No offense to Dollar General, but it's probably a thrift store, I guess I should say. It's more like probably a thrift store type of NIG. No offense, Dollar General. If you go to your shop, the best way I would say I was going to do a thing on a weekly basis on it, but there's so many lures that are similar. If there's one that catches my eye, I did a lure review on that. But the best way to know, just check it. I want to say every Thursday morning or Friday morning, Richard? I just go to lures. Anytime they add anything new to make it easier, whether you're on mobile or whatever platform, whatever button you can find, go over. It'll save you a lot of time from scrolling through. Go over to lures first, and then click on new. It'll show you all the new. Yeah, it's every Thursday. Now, let's say I had something really spectacular. I did a couple videos on it, but I'm not going to do it every week. In other words, again, I would say tailor it to what you need, what you're lacking, maybe what you've lost that would be comparable to. Now, there's a few exceptions like the topper. There's no X Series topper, so I actually purchased that. But since I've got X Series stuff that is comparable to this stuff, I probably won't be purchasing that stuff. And they are getting absolutely expensive. But to answer your question, just do it that way, and you can kind of scroll through and see what you didn't have. Same thing, terminal tackle, line, that sort of thing. So just each week on a weekly basis, go in and go to new. It'll show you what's up here, and they'll eventually keep adding stuff. But I don't see the point of me spending club coins on a Club Series flat feeder or a Club Series car poke if I've already got them. if that makes sense. Same thing, just go to your lines. Yep, click on lines, go to new, and then it'll show you that way. It just expedite the process, so to speak, instead of having to cycle through it all. No, no, it's not Star. No, it's not like the Angler or Fortnite and some of those other ones. No, and it's not cross-platform. Uh, I've got. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hold on one. Any tips for completing all the fish species in one map? Wow, it depends on the map, man, Tan. Depends on the map. I wasn't a content creator at the time. I do got the entire recatch done. Um, if you're going for, uh, I can tell you one tip I would say for sure. Any of your European maps, if you're going for weird stuff like Tench, that sort of thing, or even Bream, Roach, all that, make sure you put a little spod mix together. You'll get to those uniques a lot quicker. Even like the Rudd and that sort of thing, and a Tuba. So for any of the European maps, a big tip there: make sure that you're spotting to get those things out a lot quicker. Now some of them I even got held up on, but you just unless you got a specific question about a specific fish, that's kind of a hard thing to answer. Kaluri, if you look around on my playlist, I've been working on the Carp Foundation. It's always the same guy. Yep, I know. We just had that discussion. You should have seen the run I just had in the Cornish Jack. I was completely nerfed my pretty much first four spots. But I don't know. Keep trying, man. But look around on my channel. I do got a mix that usually works fairly well in it, as well as a strategy. I put up 1,500 in it. That just kind of gets you in striking distance. I don't know what you're scoring in it, but if you look around on my channel, look on my carp section actually. I started a small carp section I'll slowly add to. If you go to Fishing Planet and Carp Tips, maybe, it might be in there on the Carp Foundation. But even on that, I'm thinking maybe you could even, I'll have two spots in there that I spot off that dock with the hook size and the setup and that sort of thing. But I know I got several good compliments on that it did help them at least put them in striking distance. But how they're getting 2,000, I'm not sure, man. It could also just be tied in with the RNG system, unfortunately. But that'll at least give you a base idea. Okay, there's that. Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Kalur, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I'll just call you Kay. Kay, if you look at my playlist on Carp Tips, there should be a Carp Foundation thing in there somewhere. I just put that up a couple weeks ago. But I show you my run and everything else. Uh, yes and no. Starship, I would love to play with some more of my subs like Richard and several other people that stop by the channel that play on PC or even some of the guys on Xbox. That would be amazing. Now, from the competitive standpoint, I would hate to see all the hackers that are on PC uh, be able to hack a lot of these competitions. That I would not like. Appreciate it, Mantan. But like I said, I didn't. I got all my missions and all that other stuff done on that, and also You guys probably know Super Dave. Super Dave's great for all those little small fishes. So if you get stuck on when you're doing the recatch Mantan, uh, look on Super Dave stuff. Any fish that you might get stuck on, he's usually got real quick 1 or 2 minute stuff to help you. As far as like missions, I would send you either D's Universe, Bubbles Way, Krellick, Monster Missions, that sort of thing. Even Hawkeye. Hawkeye's got some good stuff up on YouTube. What's up, Embassy Bud? Let's see here. We got that. Hold on. Let me make sure I got. Losing my train of thought here, boys. Hold on a second. I play on mobile version. It's weird to see a guy always winning. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Star buddy. You're welcome. There's a lot to learn, like I said, and since I started my channel, I knew a lot already, but I've gained so much more knowledge from all you guys as well. That's a good thing about the community. There's stuff I didn't know that people stopped by the channel and helped me with too. So it's a lot of people helping people. Hey, Rodrigo, what's up, buddy? Rodrigo, I got the old Nerf the first about 35, 45 minutes there on the Cornish Jack thing. It was horrible. You're on mobile yourself, but you do both. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are playing the mobile. I wouldn't have time to start a mobile account, but I heard a lot of people like the mobile app there on Fishing Planet. Oh, guys, let's see here. Okay. What am I missing? Trying not to plus CSL. I think I'm good there. Spots 1 through 4, I did not get a unique, and then all of a sudden they turned my uniques on. I couldn't. I'll probably put a clip together on it, Rodrigo. It was so predictable what just happened, and then all of a sudden my bite just goes on, and I go unique, 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 unique. But by then, I'd already lost over half the competition, so there was no way for me to even feel competitive in that one. And it's unfortunately because that's one I enjoy. But that's all right, Fishing Planet. I'll be the loser again. I'll be your little Huckleberry. Done. Oh, you did. Oh, and you like that one too. The carnivore one, Rodrigo. They get you on the carnivore one. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm hoping somewhere today the computer programs me to have something that resembles good luck, but don't know. Don't know, fellas. 22 minutes. On mobile, the comp is like an hour, so I believe they need to make it longer on PC. Which comp are you talking about, Star? I'm trying to see if any of my guys are farming anywhere. Jordan's probably stuck in the... Is there any way to use the fish I just caught it? No, I wish it worked like that. I've actually thought of that before myself, and Busty. That would be great. If you could catch your own bait, use like night crawlers and catch bluegill, and then use the bluegill to catch catfish, because we do that in real life. Yep, Grizzly, you don't even want to know what happened to me on that one. I'm going to clip it together. Grizzly, they nerfed me on my... Grizzly, I didn't even have a good run, by the way. I didn't even have a unique for the longest time. It was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. I didn't have a unique until spot 5, Grizzly, and then they just turned them on. Spot 5, 6, 7, and 8, I got uniques. It was literally, you couldn't have more perfect example of a scripted algorithm on that one. It was Just another documented case of scripted RNG here on Fishing Planet Competitions. Holy cow! But good run, man. I was worried that you wasn't gonna hold up, bro. Yeah, that would be cool if you could get your own bait out for sure. Well, you know what, boys? You might hold up. You might hold up. You might hold up, man. Unless these heavy hitters are paused, you guys might hold up. Maybe ZH, and if Nunez and them hadn't started yet. I'm not sure if Nunez is playing. Got to respawn. Yeah, I was. There was no way for me even get a respawn. Mine was so bad. I'll probably put a short clip together up at some point, but I don't even know if it's going to do any good. I don't know if it's going to do any good. Like I said, I don't mind losing, boys, but I can tell when I'm being nerfed, and I was nerfed for around half of that competition. Uh, Ask my buddy X Series Rodrigo there. I appreciate the compliment. He actually just played on that. That's not one of my best comps, man. I've been working on it on the side. Unfortunately, no respawn Scrooger. Yep, I bet, buddy. Rodrigo there, if he's still in the chat. Rodrigo, are you still there? I'm not very good at that Maku one, man. I can get a few Pereira, a couple Arowana, but I have not experienced enough to put a guide up on that one. That's one of a few that I just haven't got down yet. But unfortunately, I know my buddy Rodrigo, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Rodrigo is really good at that one. He went in and played it, and I think I had 0 fish in 7 minutes or something, or 8 minutes, no bites, he was just saying. So that can be a tough one, especially if the computer... Yeah, that one can be really, really tough. Let's see, what should I go kill some time doing? Yeah, he's really good at that one. Let's see what other good. Big redfish, he's got a good one for. What's the other one that Rodrigo's got? Red and shiny for sure. Red and shiny, man. Yeah, hold on a second. I missed what you said there, maybe. Let me pull up my chat real quick, buddy. I don't really put anything in that flat feeder. I think it's more to do with your mix on that and how you kind of time it, in my opinion. Just make sure you got a fast enough setup. The faster you can get those in, I think the better off you'll be. In other words, scoring wise. Like I said, I think in that video I said even, put a spod reel on there. That way you can, get the more you can, catch those fast as you can. That's going to affect your points for sure. I'm just killing some time right now, and then we got the fun but stressful sturgeon extravaganza there, or the extravaganza, man, where anything and everything can go wrong, Richard, as you well know. I took third in that last time so, with 1,200 points, so they'll probably punish me today. I feel like after I put that video up yesterday, they're just going to sit and punish me all day, so who knows. That or maybe they'll dial me up a good run. So the extravaganza, Richard. And then at some point today, it's fly like the butterfly. So I'm going to go practice some quick setting real quick while I'm killing time, fellas. And make a few club points, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. What can go wrong this time, Richard? Will the sturgeon drop? Will there be any carp caught? I don't know. I do love that one, as you know. I do love that one. That one's a lot of pain, but can be a lot of fun. And then let me look at the schedule real quick here. After extravaganza, I'm gonna take a lunch break, and then I got several more good ones. Yep, for sure, for sure. You don't know if you're gonna get the 29-pound sturgeon or the 50-pound sturgeon, right? And then you don't know how many carp you're gonna catch. That always adds up. But yeah, I'm gonna do. I'll take a lunch break after the sturgeon, and then I got fly like a butterfly, dream bream, and then probably big brother. But that one's an hour and a half, so we'll see how the day goes. We'll see how the day goes. Hopefully at some point they give me something that resembles good RNG. Yeah, pretty much. There's an old game that was like that, Starship, and that's what the sturgeon feels like. There's an old game back in the day. I think I'm too old, guys, but back in the day, there was a game called Frogger, and it was basically you're just like a frog, and you're trying to hop across logs and stuff, and there's big boats and stuff coming by, and sometimes you're going across the road or whatever. But yeah, pretty much just like that. Pretty much just like that, man. Yeah, you'd have to look it up, Richard. The graphics wasn't the best back in the day, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, stressful. I don't think I ever played that one. Ah, okay, buddy. I'm 46. Right on, man. Yeah, you do go back there. So yeah, you probably played on the Atari and stuff like I did at some point, I would assume. The old Atari systems. was a puzzle problem solving game that was great fun. Gotcha. Game was several no RG for sure. Yep, Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. What else was there? A ton of stuff. Yep, Sega. I actually like the Sega Dreamcast. I kind of wish they wouldn't have went out of business. I like that. What the hell was that? That was a fun game. They had a lot of good games on that one. Yep. I like the Segas better too, because I don't know if you guys remember, like on the original Nintendos. The original Nintendos, the game was hard to like. You put the cartridge in, and like you'd had to like push it to the side or something. So sometimes it wouldn't read the game or whatever. But I liked the Super Nintendos wasn't bad. The Super Nintendos wasn't bad, but the original Nintendos were not as reliable. Yeah, a ton of games, man. Well, Jared, put it this way: at least you wasn't dead like, bro, for the first half of the comp. At least the computer give you the false illusion that you're gonna podium or take second. Yeah, that vintage stuff star is worth a lot now, and I've had that same thought because as I sit back and have this conversation with you, I think that man, I pretty much had all those systems too. I wish I would have kept mine, especially my original Atari. Yep, because normally what you do, the new stuff comes out and you trade it in. If you would have just held on to it, because it's usually not worth as much back then, like when you trade your stuff in. Yeah, for sure, Richard. But yeah, most of the time you don't get much trade-in value on it. If you'd actually just kept it and let it, just kind of let it sit, you'd probably be worth a pretty penny right now, man. That and even looking back at a whole other conversation in itself. But like some of my old, when I was a kid, I used to love the Star Wars figures and the Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and all those sort of things. So I wish that some of those I would have kept in a box instead of taking them out and blowing them up with firecrackers and whatever else I did back in the day. Those things would probably be worth a pretty penny right now too. Especially all my old Star Wars stuff I had. Yep. For sure. Keep the box original and don't mess with it and keep the creases out of the box. Yep, yep, for sure. Or even looking back, if you'd have bought two, if you'd have bought two of them, keep one in the box and the other one you play with. You know, if a guy knew everything he knows now and could go back in time, boy. The old Matchbox stuff, yep. Hot Wheels and all that stuff. Yeah, even some of those Hot Wheels are crazy, worth a crazy fortune now. Yep, that and the Cabbage Patch stuff. Yep, all that stuff's worth a pretty penny now. Get out of the weeds. Dang it, man. I hate this spot. I got a shell. Is that in the weeds again? That spot is impossible to hit. Yep, you know what I'm saying, Jer. We're all guilty of doing that because you're trying to upgrade, right? So you pretty much just dump all your old stuff, even though it would have been more valuable in the long run because you're not really getting much out of it. But you're so consumed with upgrading and getting the newest game system, you don't realize all the money that you actually invested in the old one. If you'd have just held on to it and let it mature, or it'd been worth more. Funko Land. Yep. Well, we got GameStop, so that's where a lot of my stuff ended up going. But yeah, I remember old Funko Land. Yep, exactly. Well, it's because you get the new one, you're like, well, I'm never gonna play that again. But man, yeah, I wish I would have saved quite a few of those things. Yep, all that for one. Yep, you bring them a box of stuff, a box or two, or a whole bag of things, and you start stacking it up, and they're like, "This is worth 99 cents. This is worth 2.99. Your old game system's worth $15 or whatever." They add it all up, and you're like, $51 off your new system. Wow, how much you actually spent on what you just traded in? Getting ready to be destroyed in the comp. Yeah, me too, bro. Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what's gonna happen after that Cornish Jack debacle? I wonder what they've penciled me in this one. 600 or 1200. I have no idea. One of those two. How much time do I got before that thing anyway? 52 seconds. Hey, Flannel, how's it going, buddy? Alrighty, this ought to be interesting. Yeah, there's one. That's why I was sitting there though. But the price tag on some of that stuff. There's a vintage game store about 30 miles away from me, Star. And I was in there looking one day, and I was like, "Holy cow, man! They want a pretty penny for some of that stuff." But it does kind of take you back to your childhood days when But yeah, it's made me think that before. It's like, man, why didn't I just save some of that old stuff? Would have made more sense. Alright, we got our spod rod. It's all ready to rock. Okay. Oh, Grizzly did hold third. Third and fourth, boys. Not bad. Good job. Good job. Yep. Alrighty. For us, we got throttled down all the way to here. Boy, isn't that pretty? Some NSE games are over. Yep, for sure. For sure. Okay, let me double check. I think I got everything, but let's make sure. I don't even know. Do I want to throw it all out? A bigger ring, carp rivals there, catfish destroyer, grandfish, we're good there. Particles, plenty of particles, plenty of aromas. I think we're locked and loaded, fellas. We got bait, we got 3 rods just in case stuff goes awry. Line's a little weak on that, but we'll be alright, I think. We got it back up. Alright, let's see what can go wrong in this one, fellas. It's not the same unless it's your own. Yep, for sure. Yeah, sentimental value of your own system. But yeah, I wish I would have saved mine as well. Especially my Dreamcast and my first Atari. I wish I would have saved my first Atari. Alright, guys. I'll be here, but obviously this is one I do have to focus on. I do have to focus on this one, so. I don't know if I want to start at the beach and spot or do I want to go to the island. I think I'm going to go to the island. You're spinning at the Amazon? Nice. Alright, fellas, here we go. Good luck, guys. Good luck, anybody playing. Hope everybody the best of RNG. For me, myself, I don't know if they're going to continue to torture me after that last one. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible they just dialed me up for nothing but failures today. Just got to accept your fate. There's actually a football game I like better than Madden. The 2K series had a great football game, but unfortunately EA Sports monopolized it back in, I want to say 2006 or 7. They were the only NFL licensed video game. Unfair. Oh, come on now. Oh, this one's probably. Do what? Am I good? Depends on what the computer dials me up, bro. Sometimes. I'm streaky. I'm streaky, bro. Good luck, Jordan. $26. Of course it is. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't it be a 26 pounder? Good grief, bro. At least give me a quick bite over here then if you're going to hit me at the 26. Good Lord, I'll never get that back. I'm gonna need the I'm gonna need a whole baggie of 4-leaf clovers. Jer, I appreciate it, bro. Maybe a 5-gallon bucket full for this one. Too much stuff to dodge. Man, is this spot really gonna do this again? Spawn my sturgeon, bro. Should've went to cut bait. Should've went to cut bait. Please tell me that was just skiing. It's not another 30 pounder or something stupid. Oh my god. Holy cow, man. A 26, a 30, and a... I'm losing pounds, boys. You don't understand. You'd have to play in this one to understand it. No, I'm not gonna play background music, bro. Thanks, Zad. Appreciate it, buddy. No, I'm not gonna play any background music. I'm half tempted to not even go for this extra one. Because that'll give me extra time on the beach. This one usually screws me anyway, so why even trust it? Oh, what in the hell? They never give me this one. Lucky guy. Get in here. We'll shred a rail. We don't care. Do you want to be... Well, you should have seen my Cornish Jack run. I keep mentioning it, but it was pretty much a train wreck, bro. Pretty much a train... let me do something else here. Is that 7? That was 7. The old... I don't play... That's one I really need to work on. But that one... Yeah, that one there... Whew. Rodrigo went in and didn't get a very good bite, he said, so... That's one that will infuriate you. Those Payara and the Arowana there can be very unforgiving, man. They can be very unforgiving. Oh, cool. Now I'm going to start getting swim-offs. Come on, bro. That better have been a small one at swim-off. Come back for it. Come back for it. Be a big one. Oh, yes it is. It's trying to shred my reel. Get in here. I know. I know. I seen it. That's what I was just saying. It makes me wonder if the computer just earmarks you, man. It has to be that. You should have just seen my Cornish Jack run, Josh. First 4 spots, I couldn't even get a uni. Spots 5, 6, and 7, magically they start appearing. It wouldn't have been. I'll put a clip up on it, but it wouldn't have been more scripted if you asked somebody, man. Oh, on this one, these things will bite about anything, bro. It just depends. But these things, sometimes I use crayfish on these, buddy. Josh, did you read that video I put up yesterday? Did you read Tap's comment on that if you get a chance? There's something he was talking about how the computer, the RNG system, he's been saying, it like recognizes certain things. But read that comment. He got 4 or 5 likes on it. That Tapagold guy on my channel, he put a comment on that video I just put up on comp RNG. Question mark, is it broken or whatever? Come on, bro. Bite. I still got a spawn, man. I really don't want to leave that one out there. I should have went to cup bait. So all it takes is the one swim off to send you all out of whack. There he is. There he is. Yeah, and I could have been right up there with you, Grizzly and Jur, if the game wouldn't have basically said you're not going to do well. Read Tap's thing, Josh. I don't even know if I'm not going to sit and say anybody's cheating or that sort of thing. I think the computer, like I said, I keep ranting about it, but that's what I keep pushing for. I doubt a fishing plan will even do anything about it, but they need to revamp their RNG system, I think. But read Tap's thing. It makes a lot of sense, and that's kind of what I'm thinking too. It's something to do with how the computer recognizes certain players for whatever reason, whether they've practiced a bunch in a custom template or something. I don't know what it is. And like I said, I'm not going to discredit people that practice for it over and over and over, but I know how to catch Cornish Jack, and I just went in that was completely nerfed. So if it's not somewhat predetermined, then I don't know what to tell you. Not that you can't do things that help you or hurt you or that sort of thing, but like I said on my video yesterday, I can't unexperience what I've experienced on these comps. It's well documented. Hundreds of hours of playing in these things live. And Cole Crotter, I hope, does well in this. I went on a screen share, put him up in a party, so I helped Cole Crotter with this one the other day, so hopefully he can have a good run at it. And he's very excited to play in this one, so hopefully Cole Crotter can do good because he knows how to spot. So hopefully they dial him up something good in this one. In other words, the competition should get even better in this one eventually. Let's hope. Richard, are you still there? Depends on what you're doing there, Zach. In particular spots, you'll see me use duck muscle if I know it's a combo spot where there's carp and sturgeon. Richard, do you see what I've done? I went to the island, get my sturgeon first, and then I cast to these two long spots. And then from there, you can kind of determine if you're held up or not. That way, you're not solely just depending on these carp, if you know what I mean. So I've left myself enough time. I'm actually ahead of pace. because I know I got potentially 1 to 3 sturgeon in front of me, depending on how it goes and however many carp I can get. That way you've hedged your funds a little bit point wise. In other words, no matter what happens, because you guys seen me fail on this, or you've seen me absolutely dominate in this one and then absolutely fail. So just to kind of give myself, or give yourself, if you're following along with what I'm doing here, Richard, and then I'll spot again in the last 15-ish. Yep. See, I got my two sturgeon out there before I even spotted over here. So I kind of just refined what Big had said. I just did it differently. But I'm really rooting for. I want to do well, obviously, but I'm rooting for my buddy Cole Crowder up there. I trained him on this one. So he should be able to go in there and dominate if you don't get screwed over. That's the question, Zach. That's the question. This time I'm going to do a full one because I got time to do so. If Richard's following along that understands this, and since Big Legit had taught us this, I've altered what Big does a little bit. From there, in other words, you're going to kind of have to do it on a whim, man. Adjust accordingly. In other words, if I was behind schedule right now, I might do half or 3/4 of a mix and try to just get 2 or 3 unique carp. But there's no guarantees if you do a full mix if you get 1 or 7. You never know. It's just so sporadic. So it's going to depend upon how your run's going. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Game time decision, man. In other words, be ready to audible like Peyton Manning. You pretty much got to be Peyton Manning in this thing. The linebackers are coming at you full bore. You don't know if your sturgeon are going to hit. You don't know if you're going to get carp. You don't know how long you're going to be held up at one spot or the other. So you just kind of got to go with the roll with the punches. In other words. So basically, I got approximately. I'll have about 10 minutes to fish over here before I go back for my response. Yep, and every one of your runs should be a little different. But I know Cole Crowder was excited about this. I put a share. I think it was last week or so, real early in the morning. I'd got up and walked him through this one. My buddy from the Netherlands. All right, good luck, Zach. Just to make it easy, buddy, anywhere that you're counting just on sturgeon, put whatever your preferred bait is for sturgeon, don't matter what it is, crayfish, whatever you like, cut baits, dead lambari, whatever it is. But anywhere that you're spotting, or anywhere that you want to get a potential carp, keep it simple. If you want a carp, put duck muscle on. If there's sturgeon there with it. If not, do your preferred sturgeon bait, man. From there, all you can do is pray that the computer cooperates with you, man. Like right here, I don't have no idea what's going to happen. Other than I should get a couple sturgeon for sure. Carp-wise, I have no idea. Well, that's a good sign. We got at least a trophy out of here. Preferably unis, but if not, we're depending on just sturgeon. But I got time to let it play out and see what happens, that's for sure. Because I don't have to be back to the island until 30 minutes. One sturgeon. Could have been bigger, but it's not bad. So one sturgeon out of the way. I got a potential to get 2 more. And hopefully some more carp, but no guarantees. That's the hit or miss in this one when you spot in it. Like Big said, the carp will make you and break you in this one. Your first round could go better, or both of them could go good, or one of them could go bad, one of them could go good. Just a mixed bag of tricks, fellas. I would like to hopefully get a couple unique carp. Yeah, I know. I'm shredding the reel. Get in here. Oh, man. 2 trophy and no uni yet, huh? Isn't that a coincidence? Come on now. So I had 9 sturgeon before I spotted, so I'd have to count if I lose track here. Two sturgeon gone. Ooh, 55 pounder. That helps. That makes up for one of my 26 pounders. There comes the swim offs. Another swim off. Another swim off. One of them's got to bite eventually. Alright, there's all the sturgeon, so the only thing left's carp. Got about 5.5, 6 minutes to see how many carp can hit. Whoa, lag spike. Ah, wonder if that was a nice carp. Come on, carp. See, in this situation, I almost should have brought corn or something. I'm trying, hose, bro. I got all my sturgeon. I just need some carp. I don't know if they're gonna come though. It's not feeling like it. If I don't get the carp, the score will not be very well. Come on. Nope, they're screwing me. Damn, man. Well, I gotta fish this spot another 4 minutes anyway. Unbelievable. Not one unique carp. That's insane, too. That was a whole mix. There's one. At least the trophy. There's one. That'll help a little bit. About 2 minutes. Yeah, running out of time. I'm about to go back for my sturgeon respawns here in about a minute and a half. I was hoping for 3 or 4 unique carp, but they gave me 2 trophy and 1 unique. So that's going to short me. Sometimes they come in slow, but nope. Maybe a small trophy. Yeah. Alright, got about a minute and 15 seconds. Come on, man. Wow. Sturgeon did amazing and the carp was dreadful. Alright, back for run 2. See what kind of torch I can get in over here. At least give me 1 trophy carp over here. Trophy carp and some sturgeon, hopefully. See if they respawn. See what the computer generated for me this time. Looks like a small carp. Or a skiing sturgeon. Skiing sturgeon looks like, was that small too on top of it? Not horrible, but could have been a lot bigger. Where is the respawns? Come on, Fishing Planet. Where is the respawn? No, I don't think any streamer would. We don't get any insider information. I've heard anywhere from February to April, man. That's just a people guessing. Just people guessing. They haven't released anything on it. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, but I'm excited about it too. But we look forward to seeing what they're gonna dial up for us with that new map. Should be. What in the hell was that? Dude, I didn't cast it. Hopefully these things come out of here fairly quick. There's a count to each spot, but it's hard to explain that. Too long, three short. Too long at the beach, three short. Over here, two, the spot I just casted. I normally only get one at this spot. A lot of people go two for around this jet ski, though. And then, hey, North, how you doing, buddy? Two from this rock wall over here and two behind me, but that's in a perfect world for me, but not always the case, man. As you can see, this one's going to be tardy. Anything to slow me down. Anything to slow me down. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on right here. This one should have been more than ready to respawn, but it's not. Come on, man. Finally. Better be a big one. Yeah, it'll definitely vary. And that's a small one. Dang, man. How many 30 pounders am I going to get? All those small ones usually reap disaster in the end. And there's a swim off. That didn't help anything. Oh, waiting for the response is painful. Come on, man. I only got 6 minutes. Boy, this is a long wait. What's going on over here? Spawn us a sturgeon, please. Clock is a ticking now. Jeez, come on. Unbelievable, man. Come on, Fishing Planet. I know exactly where these things are and when. I'm here, guys. My wife's on a phone call in the background. Yeah, there's something to the RNG on it, Josh. As you can see here, I was off to a phenomenal start in this one. Now I feel like I'm being nerfed at the end here. Nothing new. Now it's like my sturgeon just aren't even dropping. I can talk hook sizes and baits and everything else, but it is what it is. And I was even ahead of schedule. Well, it looks like I might end up being 2 sturgeon short over here, fellas. There ain't nothing I can do either. This sucks. I went a little bit, but not much. My chat's way behind too, guys. I might have got a lot of background noise. Two sturgeon over here. This ain't even gonna drop. Come on, man. What kind of garbage is this? Hilarious. I just lost about 70 to 90 pounds there, guys. I'm gonna be lucky to hit 1,000. And I'm capable of putting 1,400 in this. That's the sad part. I'm still here, fellas. My wife's on a phone call up there. She's home for lunch, so a lot of background conversations. And holy cow, man, I can't believe I got shorted both sturgeon over there. That's unfortunate. I was on a pace to make some noise. Doesn't surprise me, bro. If the computer didn't rig stuff, so to speak, I know I could take him, man. I've took him in this one before, but it is what it is. That's all right. Maybe Cole Crotter won't get nerfed up there, and Cole Crotter can take him out. Get them, Jer. That's good to see all these other guys up here. GTF's gonna have a hard time running this one now. Nice to see people, new people up on these comps for sure.
Good morning.
Oh, for me, I didn't get enough unique carp, and then I'm 70 to 90 pounds short off the island. What'll be funny to see is if the guys that come in behind that are watching this stream right now, a lot of the GTF and the other guys, I know they're watching. I'll be curious to see if will they put up 1,500 points. We'll just kind of see how this one plays out. I'm curious to see myself. But yeah, when your carp don't, you don't get any your clone carp, and then you don't get your spawns. But it is what it is. I'll continue to participate in this one for sure. But yeah, that was the story of my run there. But even though I was very clever to start there, do the island, as you can see what happened to me. I did the island, did the far spots, got all of them, had plenty of time, spotted. Didn't get my carp like I wanted, and then I go back in plenty of time, and then I don't get two of my sturgeon. Yeah, then I don't get plenty of my sturgeon, so. But yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to see, but it's still RNG, Richard. As you could tell there, you could see exactly what happened to me. The nerf for me, they basically just didn't drop two sturgeon over there. I don't even think it would have mattered what mix I threw in that first spot there. Uh, I don't think it would have mattered what mix I threw in the first spot. In other words, if you get good RNG in this one and it's programmed that way, anybody that's spotting might get 4 to 6 unique carp there. So we'll see what happens when the GTF and all the other guys come in. We'll see what they put up. But yeah, there's definitely something to the RNG system as far as what's scripted and what's not, as far as fish drop, bite rates, all that stuff. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to take a little break, eat a lunch, talk to my wife, and then I'll come back probably for the fly like a butterfly. Let me look at the schedule here. I can't remember what it is. I'm going to skip the lucky spot because I'm going to eat and stuff. Yeah, probably these three. Probably these three guys. So, but I want to watch a little bit of football and stuff too. So, appreciate you guys tuning in, and good luck to everybody. Hopefully, you get better RNG than I did so far today. So, hopefully, maybe one of these will actually predetermine me some good luck in it. Yeah, and all you guys watching, please don't forget to leave a like. I think a lot of times I can tell if I'm just being stream sniped by teams because I don't get any likes. So they basically just come in and watch what's going on and never drop a like. So if you do enjoy the content, please do leave a like. I do take out a lot of time myself to stream a lot of these events and stuff. When as opposed, I could just play these off stream and put clips together for you guys, but I do like doing it live. I think eventually will help the developers as well. I hope with enough footage on watching this stuff. If they happen to take time out of their day to look at a lot of this stuff and see the wacky bite rates and that sort of thing. Anybody that gets into the competitive scene here on Fishing Planet and you're looking for change, definitely don't hesitate to leave them an email. Again, I'm just wanting these things to evolve. It could be a really great thing, I think, on if they were to work on these RNG systems. I think it would be really fabulous. It'd be really competitive, really fun. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.